Welcome to Long Lost Brothers, the podcast devoted to the acquisition of betterment. My name is Brett Scott.
And I'm Jesse Cole.
And we are the Long Lost Brothers. Yeah. Jesse.
What's up, my brother?
What's going down, man? How's your week been?
Man, it's been a rough one. Not gonna lie. I kind of delineated from the past a little bit. Had some car issues. I had car issues on top of car issues. But so I was dealing with that, and anyway. So the short of it is, I missed a couple runs, but I got in my 16 miler, which is the longest run I've ever done. So that sucked.
That's a big fucking run.
Oh yes, a little bit.
What was your pace on that? What would you do per mile?
It was like 10. It was like I think like 10:22. Was it 10 like? Yeah, I think I got it like 10:22. I've been having some kind of like pain in my foot, so I'm a little concerned about that. But while I was on my little minication this weekend, I got some Brooks.
Yeah.
And Mark Sisson, right? He said he should change his running shoes. They're 200 or 300 miles, and I think the Nikes are just about there. So when I tried on those Brooks, I was like, oh.
Well, dude, here's what I figured out. It all depends on the shoe. Like, I think Nikes for sure are like 300-400 mile shoes tops a lot of times, but there are some shoes that will fucking last. Like my Brooks, but I just tried Brooks.
Okay, they're not a fashion statement. I'm gonna say that right now.
Nope, they ain't pretty, but
they look like they're your grandpa's shoes for damn fucking sure.
For sure. They look like. Yeah,
like something that Napoleon Dynamite should be wearing, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, you know what? I put those on, and my feet were like I've never ejaculated out of my toes before, but I did.
I'm telling you, man, it's not. Yeah, and it's not just the comfort. Like once you run in them, you'll be like, oh shit, this is a totally different thing.
I looked in this weekend, the wife and I went to we traveled down the Oregon coast, and we ended up in, I think it's called Lincoln City. Mm-hmm. And there's an outlet store, and I was going to go to the Nike store and get some new runners because I was under the assumption that my feet were getting smacked up from, running too much on my running shoes. And I have a little bit of a tilt in my right foot, which wears all my shoes in like a pigeon toe almost, right?
Yeah.
And this has happened before in previous attempts at endurance running. So I figured, okay, I'll just get some new runners before it comes to an issue. Just wear the Nikes around the office, whatever, But with COVID, there was a line like out to the block, so I was like, I don't care that much. I got Amazon Prime, right? So, any store there's a line, I'm like, I'm skipping that. That's like, I'm not trying to catch no COVID. I'm good. I'll go to the stores less traveled.
Yes.
So we ended up going to this other one called the Shoe Rack, and I asked the guy, hey man, you got some running shoes or what? He said, yeah, and he was showing me just your average, like, bullshit shoes. Like, he didn't really know what he was talking about. But then I seen, he's like, you get these Skechers. And the Skechers were cool. I mean, the other brands that he were presenting were decent shoes.
Right.
But I saw the Brooks, and I said, oh, what do we have here? Little hidden gem.
Yeah.
And they were about $70. So, and I think I saw them online for like 130. So I was like, all right, I'll grab it. And they were BOGO, or like not BOGO, but buy one get one half off. So my wife got some Vans, and it was a cool deal. And so tomorrow I'm gonna try them out. I went on a little hike today. Oh, the challenge. How did you feel about these 500 ab rollers?
Well, I'm still feeling a certain way about.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was right.
In a way, it reminded me of the push-up challenge in one way, and that is that at a certain point, a lot of your other muscles start taking over to help out.
Yeah, I'm sore in my chest from doing ab rollers.
Yeah, my chest.
Okay.
My traps, my shoulders, my lat, my lower back, my fucking hamstrings are sore, bro.
Yeah, the lower back was okay, and and so So I put a little video. Okay, and I guess I don't do them full range of motion is what some of my some response I was getting to the little video.
Oh, people giving you shit about your form?
Yeah.
On the internet? No fucking way.
I know. I was like, you know what? Okay, so here's my Friday night. I had a bit of a stressful day at work, but that's neither here nor there. You know, that's just the nature of my job. And so we get off work, we drive down about 40 minutes south, drop the kids off with their biological father, and we drive back. And then we go by my office so I can steal back my ab roller because I kind of donated it to the office gym, but I needed it. And then remember when last time when we had this challenge, I bought one of those little coach clickers, like the counter clickers, like silver. Yeah, I bought 2 of them for $5 off Amazon. Okay. So I was like, had my little clicker, had that. My wife put on the movie A Star Is Born. I've never seen it. So in the time of that movie, I knocked out these 500 ab rollers.
That's crazy.
And then I woke up. I went to sleep, and then I woke up and ran 16 miles at 5 in the morning.
That's crazy.
And I think that might have been detrimental to my running train.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
for sure.
But I think about it like this. It's like maybe when next weekend I have to, depending on what the challenge is this week, I run another 16 miles next week.
Oh my God, yes, yeah. I'm so sorry for the challenge I'm about to give you, bro.
I'm gonna do this one early in the week. I'm doing this shit like Tuesday, bro.
Dude, I would recommend that. I'd recommend it.
Okay, well, so how was your week?
Well, we'll see. The week was good because I knew all week that at the end of the week I was taking a week off. So I worked 6 days in a row this week, which I do every week. I do 6 days, I get 1 day off, and that's how I roll. And I've pretty much rolled that way for the past 6 years. Every time I would take any vacation time, it would be like 3 days tops. It'd be like a long weekend. That's what I would do for a vacation. And yeah, so for the first time since I've been at the place I'm working now, I decided, like, I'm going to take the full week. I'm going to take 7 days, actually 8 days off. Yeah, have actual time off. And it kind of scares me because I feel like with all that time, I'm going to eat like shit and I'm going to fall way off track. But I don't think that's the case because I feel pretty motivated, actually, like, especially with kicking it off. My first day of vacation, I did the 500 ab roller challenge, the Papa Willie challenge.
The Papa Willie. That was a rough one. Dude, you were getting them too. I seen you were going deep with it. I was like, okay. Oh, yeah. You might be doing this for the Instagram, but
no. I kept it as strict as I could, man. Like, I thought you were doing them that way. I was like, all right, that's how I'm doing them. Then.
I don't know. I posted a video. Anybody's free to hate on my form, but I'm gonna let especially for the person that did comment talking about range of motion. I'm like, you realize I did 500 of these motherfuckers, bro, right?
Yeah.
Like, I get after like 300 days a year. Not every fucking ab roll is gonna be to my dick touching the ground. Not every fucking squat's gonna be ass to grass, bro. It's just, you know, it's like I don't know. Do you fucking do you make your bed perfectly every fucking day? No.
I just make the bed. I don't make it perfect.
If you're making 500 beds, it's probably gonna be a couple of them where sheets might be a little crooked.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, whatever. I don't know why I'm getting my feelings about it.
It still hurts, right? It still hurts.
I know, like, man. And my abs hurt.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. I knew going in this challenge was going to be fucking sick for me because I don't do, like, I'm a person who always says to myself, like, I need to start working my core more. You know what I mean? Like, I've been like that for, I'm talking 10 years. I've been telling myself, like, you need to really just get into it. Like, because my deadlift would fucking suffer really bad. And I'm like, if I just had a stronger core, I think I'd have a much better deadlift. And I'm so I'd always, like, tell myself, like, all right, now I'm going to get serious. I'm going to start doing fucking abs. And the thing is I don't not enjoy it. I like doing abs. It's just something like, I always treated it like an afterthought, and I think that's why. Like, I need to do them first. In fact, I feel like when I do some sort of ab movement first, maybe not wear them out, but just activate them before lifting. You know what I mean?
That in the West Side programming is like abs is the warm up. You activate, you know, like abs and lower back is a warm up for any kind of you know, compression lifting, like any deadlifts or any squats.
Yeah, I feel like
in the conjugate training. That used to be when I was powerlifting. It'd be like 4 sets of 25 of ab rollers and 4 sets of 25 reverse hypers before we did anything.
That's dope. See, I always the thing is I know this because I would always perform better if I did like some hanging leg raises, and then if I did some shit that would activate my glutes too, especially. Yeah. Like, because glutes don't want to fire a lot of times. Like when you're doing certain things like squatting and stuff, like, you know when your glutes are really activated because you'll feel it. Like the next day, you'll feel like the soreness in your ass. You know what I mean? It'll be like,
yep.
And the same thing with like stiff-legged deadlifts and shit like that.
Yeah.
Activating your core and your glutes, I think, is probably like the most important thing to do warming up for just to make sure you're using those muscles when you're doing those.
Yeah, and I do a lot of them hip circles. I like them too, man. A lot, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, like sometimes I'd start looking at my workout. I'm like, it'd be a speed day. In a conjugate method, there's like a max effort day, and then there's a speed day, right? So one day you're going to move real fast, and you're going to do a whole bunch of like bodybuilding type of movements, like a lot of single joint movements, and you're going to move real fast with like 50% of your 1 rep max with an additional 30% in band tension, okay? And you're going to do like triples or like 4s, you know, and you're just just move that bar as fast as you can. Yeah,
quick bar speed. It's all about bar speed.
Yeah, velocity. You're trained to be explosive. So I would catch myself like, man, I think I'm doing a booty blaster workout right now. Yeah. You know, on lower dynamic day, I'm like, I'm just been doing hip circles and Romanian deadlifts and these super light squats that I'm like just snapping them, and dude. But anyway, so the Papa Willie challenge was a rough one. I was like, yeah, that sucked. I knew it was gonna suck for me. I was not sure. Because I always think you were gonna have like the edge on me with a lot of things, especially things like sit-ups, pull-ups. Like I can't do pull-ups for shit. So if they got pull-ups signed up for this next challenge, I'm gonna suffer greatly. Like that's gonna be like my bane. Like I was looking at it like be like primarily kipping, and everybody's gonna call me a fucking CrossFit fag, and I don't care. I'm gonna have to buy a day pass at a CrossFit gym to do any pull-ups. I don't even have access to a pull-up bar, but I'll do it. I don't care. I'm cool. I know I've talked to the owner a couple of times. He's pretty cool.
Well, luckily for you, this week is not the pull-up challenge, but I'm sure at some point down the road I'll have to do it. But you're still gonna fucking hate me for the next challenge.
Okay. Well, why don't you lay the challenge on me, and then we'll
hold on. I'm going to save it for a minute. I'm going to save it for a second. I want to ask you, what did you think of A Star is Born?
I was kind of in and out of it. It was kind of like, it was all right. I mean, it was cool. Like, cool. Some chick that dressed up like a drag queen was singing at a drag queen bar, and then she had a taped eyebrow. I didn't fully watch it because I was doing these 500 ab rollers during the whole thing. I'll say Bradley Cooper. That's the name, right?
Yep.
He's a good fucking actor, dude.
He is.
And I ain't gay, but I would let him touch my butt.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bradley Cooper. He's a handsome man. He is a handsome man. Bradley Cooper too. What's great about him is, man, he can be in some straight comedy shit, or some serious drama, or even some action shit.
And he's Rocket the Raccoon.
And he's believable. Like he played Chris Kyle in the fucking American Sniper. Yeah.
Dude, and what's the Limitless, dude? Fuck, man.
Limitless, yes, dude. And then he was also and he was also in The Hangover.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and he's Rocket. I know I just said this 3 times, but he's also Rocket the Raccoon, and that's fucking awesome.
Indeed.
He could have been any superhero in the MCU, and he's Rocket. He does that voice good though, because I didn't even know it was him until like somebody credited him, or I heard that he was the one. And I was like, really? Dang, I didn't hear his voice that way. You know, it's like he's doing a voice to do that.
Yeah, he's laying it on.
And the guy Jackson, is that the Star is Born name? The guy he plays, it's super believable. It took me a minute because at first I thought it was a dude that plays Big Lebowski for like, I'm like,
like, that dude ain't that fucking old. Hold on now.
I'm like, wait, I was like, no, I was like, that's Bradley Cooper on. My girl's like, yeah. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. Because my girl already knew, like, that's not really like my jam as far as movies, but like, my girl get on these kicks where like I've watched Bohemian Rhapsody, great fucking movie. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love Queen, love all their music. The movie itself, super great.
Yeah.
But before, when I was living out in the country and all we had was Redbox, that DVD played for about 72 hours straight.
Oh,
and anytime it even comes on, it's like, it's like, bro.
I still want to see that Elton John movie.
Yeah, my girl's been trying to get me to watch that too. I should probably let her. I should probably let her watch that.
I'm sure it's pretty good. But A Star Is Born, man, I dug that. You know, it was like a remake from an old ass movie. And
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I was unaware.
Oh yeah, it was pretty famous fucking classic movie, and they kind of modernized it with some of the stuff, like, you know, the music was a little more modern, and the fact that she was a drag queen, like she was working in the drag bar and stuff, like I'm sure that's different. I never saw the original, but I know that it was a classic film, and people were like, when this was coming out, you know, half the people were like really excited to see it, like, oh, it's a modern day fucking remake, but then some people were like, it's not gonna be as good as the original, but it was fucking good, dude. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm not really against them remaking movies because it's like,
I mean, I don't want to see them remake Goodfellas, bro.
Nah, you're right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to see like this. Oh, with The Godfather, we're gonna remake it. Nah, some things you gotta leave alone.
Fair, but like, okay, I'll change my tune. You're right. Some things you're right.
But you're right. There are some things that
anything that has to do with technology, like any superhero movies, remake them. I don't get that.
Definitely, a lot of things can be helped by modernizing.
I love Chris Evans as Captain America, but if they're like, hey, we're rebooting Captain America right now, but like, oh yeah, when's that coming out? So I'm gonna watch it for sure.
Dude, I'll watch any superhero movie they make.
Yeah, like even that last Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I watched it.
It was rough, but I watched it 3 times.
Yeah, it was rough. I watched it. I watched.
I'm gonna watch it after this. If I went upstairs and my kids were watching it, I'd fall right in. Yeah, come on. I will cheese stick out the fridge.
I will be watching the New Mutants movie, no matter how much it's gonna suck.
No, I don't care. If it's comic book related, I'm on it 100%.
For sure. I'm a hardcore nerd, dude. It's ridiculous.
Me too. Yeah. So okay. So these are the takeaways from my awesome weekend. Okay. So I did the ab roll challenge Friday night. Woke up and I ran 16 miles, and then immediately took a shower. Okay. So usually after one of these long runs on the weekend, I kind of lay around for like an hour or two, recover. I mean, I just, you just put it on for 2.5 hours. It hurts,
Yeah.
And I sacked up immediately. Okay, my roommate's awesome. He got me like a sugar-free freaking Americano with cream with sugar-free French vanilla, whatever. I drank that in about 4 drinks. It was iced one. I drank that in about 4 drinks. It was waiting for me when I got back from that long-ass run. Like, and then got in the shower and then drove down the Oregon coast, which is super beautiful, bro. I don't know, especially because there's like this hot streak right now over here. It's like 90, 85, 100 degrees, it's varying. And the cool thing about the Oregon coast is it's super gorgeous, but after you get about an hour and a half south of Astoria, which is on the is like the most northern corner of Oregon, after you get about an hour south of there, you start the whole state smells like cow shit.
Yeah. I've definitely driven up that way. I don't know. A lot of people probably don't know this, but I'm a truck driver, and let's see, up until about, I'd say my first like 5 years of driving a truck or so were like over the road. And I used to drive out to Cali all the time. I'd drive up to Washington, Oregon, fucking Utah.
You're familiar.
Oh yeah, I've been all fucking out there, and I love it, dude.
Yeah, no. Cannon Beach is super beautiful. Lincoln City is beautiful. Newport is beautiful. All smells like cow shit.
Yep.
It's awesome though. Okay, and then we dipped in left and went. Okay, so I was like in like the Portland area. We stayed at a Best Western. It was gorgeous, and then I had some other take. Oh, I think the main takeaway was that Oregon smells a lot like cow shit.
Right on.
Yeah, I don't know why that was so pertinent for me to say on our podcast right now, but
Dude, you're talking to a guy that, dude, I'm from Ohio. Like, it always feels like cow shit here, bro. Like, you get outside of Columbus, which I'm in Columbus, you get 20 minutes outside of Columbus, it's fucking fields. Like, that's what we got, dude. It's all farms, dude.
Have you ever heard of, like, Tillamook cheese?
No.
What?
Tillamook cheese?
Yeah. Okay, so it's like the bomb.com cheese, right? And then it comes from Tillamook, Oregon.
Okay.
And they make jerky also, little jerky sticks. I think they when the cows get too old to be dairy cows, and they turn them into jerky.
Right on, got you.
That'd be my guess, because they make it's what happens out here. So, Tillamook cheese is super fire. But we drove through Tillamook, and you can go to this little place and have just free samples and buy like their like gourmet cheese that's not at the store. You know, the whole deal. You know, you can have a little tour of the factory and whatnot. And so me and my girlfriend are just driving aimlessly, and we saw that, and we're gonna do it, but we're both super trying to not get COVID.
Yeah.
So and they had a line, and anything that we did this weekend, if there's a line, I was like, nah, we're skipping this.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Makes sense.
Like, I have a big family, and I work with the public, and I'm not gonna get anybody sick. You know what I mean? So I have to be like uber responsible.
For sure.
Because if I get COVID, then I got to go isolate in a hotel room by myself for 2 weeks, and I'm not doing that.
Bro, like, it's not, I don't know what it's like where you're at, like Aberdeen, but I know that here.
Washington's a hotbed.
Is it?
Yes.
I know California's got some super hot spots, but I didn't know about, like, up that way. But here, like, we're probably one of the worst places in Ohio because we're the biggest city in Ohio.
Right.
But it's not, I mean, there's a lot worse places in the United States to be than where we're at. We're super careful because, I mean, dude, my gym has been back open for over a month now. But I'm not going. You know what I mean?
Our Y is kind of open, but like, it's just so like you have to schedule a time, and I just like. I'm
not trying to lift in a mask, dude.
I ain't doing all that, and it's like, I don't know. There's this CrossFit gym that has all the same equipment, and also the CFO of our company. Like, our company's super progressive and awesome and huge, and we're growing, and they're like remodeling the building and making it like super high tech. Like, this is gonna be awesome. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool. So it's like, and she works out too, and she does CrossFit. She's like, I'll buy a squat rack for our office gym.
Yeah.
But you have to go work out at our CrossFit gym first to check it out.
Right on.
So she's trying to. She wants me to get my CrossFit instructional certificate and help coach over there because she thinks it'd be helpful.
Oh, maybe you should, man. I mean,
I think I'm. Why not? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not really like a CrossFitter, but
that's all right.
But I've done some WODs. I've done some CrossFit here and there.
That's all right. You can getting proficient in different disciplines. That's smart, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there's a time where I got super into CrossFit. Like for a while, I was training with my buddy Aaron Powers, AA Pow Pow at AA Pow Pow on Instagram. He's a certified CrossFit coach. He had his own box, and now he's also like branching out into being a chef, and he's super dope. So like, if you want to see some like super fire food, you might follow him. I know I'm like shamelessly giving my friends shout outs on our podcast, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
Super good dude, and if you want to see some delicious food and some badass lifts, yeah, check him out. Anyway, he taught me how to do a lot of all the like the snatches, the clean, the jerk, like all the CrossFit stuff. Like, if it wasn't for him, I would never have ever been able to do a muscle up. And he's So what me and him would do is we train conjugate method for powerlifting, and then at the end of that we do a CrossFit WOD.
Mm-hmm.
So that was brutal, and
Yeah. Sounds like
that sucks. But I was pretty. I was deadlifting 405, and I weighed like $180, and for reps, and I got me way stronger, way more athletic. So I don't know.
Shit, I think you should do it. I think you should go for it. Why not?
Yeah. Why be scared, right?
Why not? Go be a fucking CrossFit coach, bro.
She told me that she'd be interested in me doing one. And she's a smart individual, person I really look up to. So usually when people tell you stuff that are smarter than you should probably listen.
Yeah, there's always going to be people that know more than you about shit.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people that know a lot more than I do.
I feel you.
Yeah. Okay.
So wait, real quick. So, I said I'm taking a week off of work, right? So
tell me about that.
Yeah, it's already started off pretty damn well. Like, I have my son this weekend, so it was like just me and the kids most of the weekend. I took them to this place called Scene 75, which is like, Scene 75 is basically like, do you guys have Dave & Buster's out there?
Yeah, I'm familiar with where Dave & Buster's is.
Okay.
I'm like in Portland, not where I live, but we got like Extreme Fun Center, but it's kind of the same thing.
Okay, so it's like that, and you go in, and it's just a giant fucking arcade, but it's not just for kids. They also have like alcohol there and shit, and like stuff for adults to do and stuff like that. So, we got them these gold passes where it's like $30, and you can go, and they give you $10 in credits every time you go for a year. So it's like super dope. Like, we go in, and it's like 5 minutes from our house, so we just go in and use the $10 each, and then leave, and then do it again the next day.
Right. So I gotta say, okay, this is another long lost brother thing. I live 5 minutes from the Extreme Fun Center.
Right on.
So, boom, gang. It's like Dave & Buster's, but with alcohol.
Yeah. So we did that this weekend. We did that, and then now we've got in 2 days. My wife and I are going to this ridiculous hotel, dude. So we've been wanting to go to this hotel for like the last like 6 years. We have planned it. It's this ridiculous hotel where you go in. It's actually a condo. It's not even like a hotel. It's like a bunch of condos that you stay in, and like you go in and you have your own garage. And when you go in, you go in and it's like a normal kind of like a big open hotel room, and then you go through a door and down the stairs, and the whole bottom level of this place is an indoor pool, and also like a dry sauna, and it's your own. It's just your own private fucking swimming pool in your hotel suite. It's legit.
Dude, that is so cool.
Yeah. So we've been planning this like for 6 years. We would like book it and have it ready to go, and this place is like, it's not cheap. And
hey, like, you know what? We spend the money.
I'm telling you. So we have it booked, and then, one year something came. We just didn't have the money. Like, it was like we had the money, and then once it came up, it was like, we can't afford to do this. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And so we had to cancel. And then the next year, or a couple years later, I'm like, I'm going to set it up for my wife's birthday. I'm just going to, book it. And so we booked it, and then like, I don't know, a week or two out from it, we realized like, we don't have anyone that can watch our kids. Like, we had someone, but they backed out, and then it was like, fuck. So we canceled again. So now it's finally actually happening. And this Wednesday we get to go for 2 nights. We stay in the place is called Bellamere Suites. So anybody wants to look that up, look that shit up.
I'm so excited for you. Excited for you.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, because man, it's so good. Like, for the relationship, like, because like you and your wife have been together a lot longer than me and my girlfriend, but I know like that's like with this weekend we got away. We did something kind of like that, but not. I think you're a little nicer, and you guys have had your eye on this. We just had no plan. We're just like, we're getting in the car. We're gonna drive south and figure it out.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best, man. I love doing that. Like, aimless, just driving, doing it. Like,
Like I was like, yeah, we're like the night before we were like Googling like what are we gonna do within Idaho? Let's like like what I don't
cool.
I'm like I don't care. My car gets 50 miles a gallon. We can go anywhere we want.
I dig it.
We just got out of the shop, so it's good to go. It's got a clean bill of health. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, you're gonna go and have some mommy daddy time with the missus.
That's it, man. We don't because we don't ever we hardly ever do anything like that without kids. So it's super necessary, dude. It's a different relationship, man. Like when the kids aren't there, it's a completely different dynamic.
Dude, I'm telling you. I know, man.
It's like you're two different people hanging out.
It's like you get to be a boyfriend and girlfriend again.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy, dude. So I can't wait for that. It's always a good time when we can have just alone time. So we got that. And then the rest of the week, it's just gonna be like chill. I don't have to work. I don't have to worry about rushing to get things done before I go to work, and it's nice, and not have to like drive all night and then get up early with the kids.
And I would invite you to not make a podcast on those days that you're with your wife. I would invite you to take a day off.
Yeah. I probably won't.
Why don't you stop being media Brett Scott for 2 days and just be your wife's boyfriend for 2 days? I think that's what you should do.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, you make videos every single day. It's like, when we were talking about, like, I was like, I'm going to eat shit this weekend. And I did. Okay? Because I remember what I told you. I said, it was me and you get after it and die hard like 300 freaking days a year.
Mm-hmm.
You make a podcast every single day, bro.
I do.
And I admire that, right? But maybe it's time for a little break.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Maybe not. Maybe I will.
The only thing I thought is that I might share on YouTube like our room, like a review of our room. You know what I'm saying? And I can put that up. I could do that after. Yeah. I could just film the room just real quick while we're there. You know what I mean? And then put it up later after we get back and shit.
Yeah, because I think so I know that me and you, we have like our secret long lost brother challenges that we challenge each other to. Put it on our podcast or on our social media. And I think this goes along those lines, like, things that me and you talk about that are not in context. It's acquisition of betterment in the extent that being a better boyfriend, being a better friend, being just a better community member in general. And, sometimes it's, okay, so it's like this last week, okay, so for the last 8 weeks, it's been about Jesse's running, Jesse's diet, Jesse's doing X amount of push-ups, Jesse doing this, and Jesse doing that. This week it kind of had to be a little more about family. I didn't get all the shit done that I wanted to do. The big things got done, but some of the supportive things that I normally do for fitness and me getting after it weren't as necessary as me making sure that things were in order in the household, and balancing that sometimes is huge.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think for those 2 days I can take a little break.
Yeah, just get
just hang out. Just hang out with wifey. Don't stress about fucking putting up a podcast.
Yeah, give mom all the love. I think that's I think that would be huge. I think it would be cathartic and peaceful.
Yeah.
And then also, like when you go to the gym or you take a week off from the gym and you come back to the gym.
Reinvigorated. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we hitting some PRs today, boy.
Yeah. You get after it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting a little long in the teeth on this episode. So, brother, what's the challenge that you're bestowing upon me this week?
All right, this is something I thought of last week when you issued that 500 ab challenge. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get something that's gonna hurt a little bit, and I feel like I failed miserably on the last challenge I did.
Yes, so, some better stuck.
Yeah, I got to make up for it.
I got the next one ready in my back pocket for after this. It's like a Uno card. I'm ready to fucking drop 4 on.
That's so funny. We had planning weeks ahead. Like, I'm gonna get him on this.
Yeah, just you wait, homeboy. Go ahead.
But yeah. So this one, I would highly recommend you do it earlier in the week, not near your long run. Maybe even do it the day before your off day. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
This is
I have a feeling it's gonna involve a lot of squats.
This is a leg-centric challenge.
How dare you?
All right. So, no, it is not squats. This is. Oh shit! I haven't decided what I'm gonna name it yet. Shit.
Well, tell me what it is, and we'll come up with a name real quick.
All right. So here's the challenge.
Yeah.
Do you have a track in your area?
I do, about 2 blocks away.
And you can use that public track?
Yeah.
Okay. Even if not, you could calculate the mileage on your watch or something. So what I want you to do is an entire lap around the track.
Of lunges.
Of lunges.
Okay.
Walking lunges all the way around the track. Now, you can't take a single step that's not a lunge. So it's got to be like, you got to lunge all the way around. And don't fucking try to you're like, oh, I'm like 3 steps from the end and not do,
No. This will be one of them where I bring wifey with me. Oh, man. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what my running schedule looks like this week, okay?
Let's hear it.
Tomorrow, I got to get up at 5 a.m. and run 5 miles. And then right after work, I'm getting a big old tattoo on my back. And then the next day, I'm going to have to do that challenge. That's just the only time that it's going to be feasible. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I have to run 8 miles. And then after that, I have to run 5 miles. And then I have a rest day on Friday, but I'm going to lift weights or upper bodies because I don't want to look like a doughboy.
Why don't you do the lunges the day before that?
The day before what?
Before that off day. So at least
because the day before that is 5 miles. I'm going to run 5 miles, then I'm going to go do a lap of lunges.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I'm just saying. I would rather. I would rather
life next week. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I would rather not have to. I'm hating life right now, dude. My entire body is wrecked.
Yeah, I know everything but my arms, and I'm debating doing a couple 100 push-ups tonight.
Yeah, I'm fucking ass.
Yeah, that ab roller challenge.
That was a good one. Does it at least sound like it's gonna suck?
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
Lunges.
Well, why don't we upgrade it to a lap of lunges with the water gallons?
No.
Come on, bring the gallons back.
No, nah. We don't need it.
I'm such a lazy bitch that's still sitting in my driveway.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not looking for a challenge where I'm bringing the gallons back in. The next time we do something that involves carrying something, it's going to be like some 25-pounders. I'm going to make it difficult.
Yeah. Matt, oh man, I wish you had farmer handle or farmer carry implements. I have access to them, and just walk a mile with 135 in each hand. You can set it down and drop it as many times as you want. But
I don't even know if I can do that. I'm like a mile. Fuck.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Or maybe a half mile. Half a mile doable. You just have to get a lot of chalk.
Okay, so do you honestly think one lap? 0.25 miles, a quarter mile.
Yeah. Let's call it Daddy Longlegs.
I was thinking DOLPH LUNGIN.
Okay.
What? The DOLPH LUNGIN challenge.
Yeah, DOLPH LUNGIN. Okay, I'm with that. All right, DOLPH LUNGIN it is.
All right, so you want to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, brother, I got to get in. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you listening. Brett, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. We'll be back next week to discuss DOLPH LUNGIN.
Yeah, and I want listeners to join in. I want some listeners to join in and do this.
Yeah, I'm going to tag that homeboy that was talking about my little fucking, my little range of motion and come get some of these, this DOLPH LUNGIN, boy.
Yeah, come get some.
Yeah, I mean,
tell him we're gonna be. Hey, tell him to film it so we can fuck fuck with him on his form too. Okay, I'm gonna say this. That dude is kind of a stud, and he'll probably do it. All right.
I shouldn't talk too much shit. He's kind of badass, but
all right.
But he does not work out anymore, but he used to. But so there he can talk all shit.
Well, see, all the reason to come back.
Yeah. Come on, Brandon. All right.
Let's do it, bro. All right, so...
And so next week we're going to talk about this, the DOLPH Lungian. We're going to talk about Brett not making a podcast for 2 days and spending some time in this luxurious hotel.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how these Brooks work out. So we'll talk to you guys next week, man.
Yeah, plenty to talk about. All right, thank you, everyone, for listening. And, man, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram. I'm at Real Brett Scott. Jesse's at Cole with a K. Or you can find the Long Lost Brothers page at LongLostBrothersPodcast. Or you can find us on Facebook.
Yeah, Long Lost Brothers Podcast. Come check us out. All right, then.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.